The following movie is rated R.
What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Let's go ahead and get down. I want to talk about this trending topic that's all over social media, and it's the fact that all of these emails have all of a sudden been exposed that feature Jeffrey Epstein and his brother having a conversation and just talking about a whole bunch of stuff. And one of the things that they brought up was the fact that Trump actually gave Bill Clinton some sloppy toppy, allegedly, right? Now, me personally, speaking from the premise that these emails weren't tampered with or fabricated in some way, I could care less if Trump polished Bill's knob. Listen, they're two consenting adults. If they were down with it, I guess they got the job done. My main focus would be punishing all those adults that violated all of those youngins at the time. That's my main focus, but I will admit it is a bit entertaining to see the reactions from people all over social media. So what I want to do right now is play you guys a few clips of people talking about this and more, and then I'll be back to give you some more of my 2 cents, and then I'll close the video.
The most disgusting report from the Epstein emails is an exchange between Jeffrey Epstein and his brother, where Jeffrey Epstein says there is a photograph that exists of the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, using his mouth on former President Bill Clinton, and that Vladimir Putin has this photo. Well, that's gross. I'm former MLB agent Joshua Kuznick. I have been up since 7 a.m. covering this story and aggregating everything through these emails. My head hurts. But it's important to get all this stuff out there because the traditional media is ill-equipped to be covering the depth of what this is. There is stuff coming out by the hour, by the minute, and it is disgusting, and it is all the words of a guy that we all wanted to see. When we were screaming, release the files, these were part of the files we were talking about, and this should be 24-hour coverage instead of did he, didn't he? We should be reading these emails and then working backwards. So it's really good that this stuff's gotten out there, but if that's true, that would make Watergate look like a G-rated Disney animated movie, and we are in X-rated hell.
What a horrible day to know how to read. Because if you've been reading any of these emails between Epstein and other people, you would be seriously disturbed. So this email in particular is from Mark Epstein to Jeffrey Epstein and their conversation. Apparently in this email, Bannon was actually with Jeffrey, but there's a sentence here. Ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. And Bubba's a nickname for Bill Clinton, if you didn't know. Oh, there's a lot more too. I mean, Donald Trump was the dog that didn't bark. He said Donald Trump does not have a single good cell in his body. He knows no one worse than Donald Trump. That's his best friend. What do you mean? You must be a horrible person if you got a her saying that you're a bad person. Anyways, you know who's not on the list? Kamala. Whoa.
Hello, everyone. I respect you, so I want to be straightforward with you. The president gave the former president. And when I read that at first, I was like, well, you know, that, I mean, maybe maybe they didn't really mean that. Here's a photo of the president holding the former president. That's what he meant when he said he used to support the Clintons. Oh, you guys elected a clown, man. Oh. Where are we going from here? Just like... I stepped away for like not very long to put my kids to bed. I checked my phone and people are talking about Trump giving Bill a job, and I was like, that's funny, I'm going to spread that rumor, and I did on Threads. No wonder he's always dancing like this. Well, then I look it up and that's him holding his... I mean, deny whatever you want, but why is he holding his...
It's done. Cooked. Stick a fork in him. Donald Trump knows it. His people know it. And now they're running around the West Wing like rats on a sinking gold-plated yacht. After 8 straight weeks of holding the entire government hostage just to keep anyone from saying the words Epstein files, the dam finally broke this morning. The documents dropped, the connections are staring everyone in the face, and there's no deep state boogeyman left to blame. So what's the first move from Camp Trump? Pure, blind panic. They're calling an emergency meeting not because they can fix it, but because they can't even decide who's going to take the fall. Staffers are leaking like crazy, legal advisors are fighting each other over which lie to run with, and every insider quote has the same phrase, total chaos. And the cherry on top? Trump's reaction. At 3 a.m., the man who claims to never panic did exactly what he always does when he's cornered. He opened Truth Social and rage-typed with his little Cheeto-stained thumbs. He didn't just make it worse, he threatened Republicans, his own allies. The same people who have been humoring his shutdown stunt for 2 months are now being told that if they don't protect him, he'll take them down too. That's not a strategy. That's a meltdown. That's the sound of a man who's watched the walls close in and realized there's nowhere left to run. The so-called deal maker can't even negotiate with reality anymore. So, yeah, the White House can hold all the emergency meetings it wants, but this story's already written. Trump's out of time, out of allies, and out of road.
You should be reading the Epstein emails for yourself, and I'm going to tell you how to find them so you can read them for yourself. I'm a lawyer in real life. I don't play one on television. When I heard this morning about the 3 emails that were released by the Democrats, I immediately wanted to find the original documents. I don't like being told information by the media or anyone else. If I can see the source document, that's where I'm going to go. And that's what I did this morning. And when you read these documents, you will realize that for a very long time, there was a relationship between Trump and Epstein. And in the 3 emails that the Democrats released, and one, Epstein mentions, and this is going back to 2011, that Trump had not yet been mentioned, but he has spent a lot of time alone with one of the victims. And Ghislaine Maxwell, his girlfriend or whatever she was, she says, I thought about that. So these are private emails between the 2 of them. They weren't expecting anyone else to see them. And also, but I want you all to know that Trump is mentioned in more than just these 3 emails. So I also went to the Republican website where they released over 20,000 pages of documents related to the Epstein files. And I just randomly opened some of the documents and I found information about Trump. Just randomly going through, there's information about Trump. And I'm going to put here on the screen one of the emails that I found about Trump. And I don't know exactly what this means, but it was some type of alert for Epstein's name on Google. And it talked about some type of tapes involving PP tapes and Russian hookers. So I don't know what it means, but I think it's really interesting that Trump is mentioned throughout the Epstein files, just not 1 or 2 emails. I also found other references to Trump by just randomly opening the emails. But you need to go see this for yourself. And now that we have more information, I really want to know from all those people who say they are defenders of children, they want to fight against PDFs, they want to stop trafficking. What do you have to say now? What do you think now that you've seen some of these emails where Trump is just mentioned throughout in regards to Epstein? Please let us know in the comments.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that. And listen, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet with my opinion. They can have all of these meetings, and I'm talking about the Republicans, all of these emergency meetings of how they're going to defend this, how they're going to respond to this, or whatever the case may be. A bunch of hoopla here, a bunch of hoopla there, all of these emails being exposed, and I don't think that nothing is going to happen to Trump. Now, I will say there are quite a few Republicans that seem to be turning on Trump, but still, at the end of the day, I just think he survives this. Now, I would hope that the American people would respond in a very, very aggressive manner and say, hell no, we can't put up with this. We're going to do what we have to do to get him the hell up out of office. But I just seriously doubt it. I just think that he's well protected, and this too shall pass, as they say. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go. I'm interested to hear what you guys got to say about this, so feel free to drop down in the comments and let a brother know. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.
Thanks for watching.